You could probably clap it one of these times.
Really? I don't know what to do with that type of excitement. Wow.
Okay, just make sure this is recording and then we're good to go. Up a little higher, a little over here. There.
That was fabulous. All right, Jeff, tell us when you're ready.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, so Andrew, what I want you to lead with is what we talked about. I'd like you to say, hi, my name is Andrew Bergantz. I graduated from Whitfield in 2018. Currently, I attend Washington University in St. Louis, however you want to say that. So whenever you're ready, just look at me and...
Perfect. Hi, my name is Andrew Bergantz. I attended Whitfield from 2011 to 2018, graduated in 2018, and I currently attend Washington University in St. Louis.
Great. Let's do that one more time.
Don't say how long I attended.
Yeah, so just say,
I'm
you
sorry.
got it. No sorry necessary. Whenever you're ready.
Hello, my name is Andrew Bergantz. I graduated from Whitfield in 2018 and I currently attend Washington University in St. Louis.
That's perfect, Andrew. Great. All right, so let's start out. Tell me just a little bit about your transition from Whitfield to WashU. And what I'd like for you to do, if possible, is to start your answer and say, my transition from Whitfield to WashU was, and then just talk about it.
Okay.
Okay?
My transition from Whitfield to WashU was much easier than I expected. So academically, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm like, it's
don't
hard for me to like
overthink it.
think through things on the spot, so bear with me.
No worries.
Yeah. Okay. My transition from Whitfield to WashU was easier than I expected. With all of my leadership roles at Whitfield, I had leadership in several extracurricular activities, such as the Mathletes team, chess club, student council, and others. And I feel like those roles really helped me to be part of extracurricular activities at WashU also, such as like college council, and like that basically college council is sort of like student council but for my residential college. And so we put together events for the residential college. And so student council is a great segue into that. And then also I am a part of DBF, which is Design Build Fly, which is a really cool design team at WashU. And they build model airplanes for competitions. And so like the math club had a little bit of help with that. And so a lot of my extracurricular activities were great segues into WashU's. And also, in addition to that, I was very prepared to just ask my professors for help. Because at Whitfield, there's an environment of inclusion and readiness that you can go up to your teacher and meet with them and ask them for help and they will answer. And so at WashU, that was great preparation to ask my professors what they were wanting and what I need. Whenever I would need something from my professors, I could go up and ask, and that was a very good tool to be able to use.
Perfect. Now I want to talk about your academic preparation specifically. So thinking about, I know you're having some success at WashU academically right now, which is terrific. What I'd like you to do, what's the name of the scholarship at WashU that you've received?
So I've received the Langsdorff Fellowship at WashU, and that is actually a full tuition scholarship there.
Okay, so what I want you to do is lead with that. I know that's probably hard, you're not bragging on yourself, but I'd like you to, what I want you to do is talk about your academic preparation from Whitfield to WashU. So I'm thinking maybe
Like
you start
studying
with,
habits.
Right, I received the fellowship from WashU, and I'm really doing well there academically. The work I did here at Whitfield helped prepare me, something like that.
Okay, sure.
But put it in your own words, and we can do that a couple times.
Okay. I received the Langsdorff Fellowship to Washington University, and that is actually a full tuition scholarship there. And the work that I did at Whitfield in preparation for my academics was extremely helpful at WashU now in my transition, and that the studying habits that I would put in place at Whitfield were very useful.
what are you studying at WashU? And so what I'd like for you to lead with is, at WashU, I'm studying, or at WashU, I've declared a major, and just give us something like that.
At WashU, I'm majoring in mechanical engineering, and that's basically in preparation for my lifelong dream of becoming a space engineer. And what I really want to do someday is work at NASA or Boeing or SpaceX or who knows. But that I've always loved space, and I continue to love space, and that's what I want to do in the future.
That's perfect. Now what I want you to do is connect what you studied here at Whitfield or a particular class with getting to that lifelong dream and what you're studying at WashU. So somehow connect those for the person watching the video. So it might look
Okay.
something like, you know, in my math classes at WashU, or in my math classes at Whitfield, I gained an important foundation for the coursework that I'm taking now at WashU, something like that.
Sure.
So lead with Whitfield and then take me to WashU.
Okay, sure. In my math classes at Whitfield, I was accelerated, and that foundation for my math curriculum really helped me to be a better math student at WashU, and in particular for my lifelong dream of becoming a space engineer, that was very helpful.
Great. I want to do that one more time.
I'm sorry.
You're right on it. I know this is awkward because I'm feeding you information.
Sorry.
Yeah, just pretend like you're not on camera.
And
it doesn't have to be math. It could be science. It could be
right, okay.
my coursework at Whitfield
Okay.
has really helped prepare me to be successful at WashU.
That probably,
Is that true? Because I don't want to have you say something that's not
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. So something that simple is my academic preparation at Whitfield has helped me be successful at WashU.
my academic coursework at Whitfield has prepared me to be a better WashU student and hopefully a better engineer in the future.
That's awesome. Great. How's that?
It's good.
Good?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're all done.
Yep. Okay. Is this in frame? More that way. Down. Yep.
Let's go.
Catherine, can you do the ABCs?
Yeah, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S.
Okay, you stop. I am just about ready.
And you're going to look at me. I know it's distracting with the cameras,
Oh, it's all right.
but we're just talking.
Yeah.
Becky, whenever you're ready.
Yeah. So go ahead whenever you're ready, Kathleen.
Okay. Hi, my name is Catherine Hanrahan. I graduated from Whitfield School in 2018, and I currently attend Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee.
That's perfect. I love how loud your voice is, but also just how relaxed and smooth your voice is.
Thanks.
Yeah. What I'd like you to talk about first, Catherine, is your transition from Whitfield to college. These videos will be viewed by people who are potentially sending their students to Whitfield. So to try to give them a sense of what that was like, really specifically academically. If you could start your answer with, my transition from Whitfield to Belmont was, and then take it from there, if that feels natural.
Okay, yeah. My transition to Whitfield was very smooth. Oh, sorry, I said Whitfield. My transition to Belmont University was very smooth. Whitfield really helped me with my time management skills. I had a lot of tutors here who would prepare me with any issues I had, any subjects I might have felt uncomfortable with. But subjects like English and history, I've had professors at Belmont be very impressed by the knowledge I could show, and also like my writing skills when I had to write various essays on multiple topics. So Whitfield really helped me show my expertise and the qualities that I needed to show.
Perfect. I have a question and then I'll probably have a follow. talk a little bit about how you are successful in college. That doesn't have to be academically. It can be with leadership opportunities, can be fitting in socially.
Okay.
And if you could start your answer with my experience at Belmont, I'm really enjoying my experience in college or my experience in Belmont, and then tell us why.
Okay. My experience at Belmont has just been life-changing. Belmont provides so many unique opportunities for their students, especially freshmen. I was accepted into the Belmont Service Corps, and it's specifically for the Mike Curb College of Entertainment and Music Business. And I've been able to work industry events like the ASCAP Country Music Awards. I got to attend the CMA Awards recently, and in the future I am making plans to attend the Grammys and Billboard Awards. So that's really exciting, and Belmont just cares so deeply about their students, and they really want us to thrive. I've also been able to participate in the student government already and start that platform for myself and other students. And I've also been participating in CMA EDU, which allows me to connect with industry professionals. So all of these organizations and these unique opportunities are really helping me to achieve my career aspirations in the future.
That's great. Now what I want to do is connect the experience that you had here at Whitfield with all that great stuff that you're doing at Belmont.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could talk about the experience here, your involvement in student leadership roles, in service roles, and how that's helped you to pursue leadership opportunities at Belmont.
Okay. Is there a specific way you want me to start my sentence?
Whatever you're cool with.
Okay.
Preferably using Whitfield in the opening.
Okay.
So the experience I gained at Whitfield in student government, or the experience I had at Whitfield has really helped me at Belmont.
Okay. My experience at Whitfield has really helped me grow and prosper at Belmont University. I was a part of the community service and the Diversity Awareness Club here at Whitfield, and those unique opportunities like volunteering with the Kid Smart Drive or leading diversity awareness projects here at Whitfield really helped me grow a resume, but also become more aware in these various topics like helping the community and helping the community at Belmont University and how they can participate more in philanthropy and just grow their university specifically.
That's great. One unique characteristic of Whitfield is our college counseling program.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder, this is just a yes or no because that'll help me with the follow question. Did our college counseling program help you get to Belmont? Or did you really find the school on your own?
Okay.
Because what I'm hoping is that you can reflect in a positive light about our college counseling program getting you to this school where you're doing so fabulously.
Okay. Whitfield's college counseling department really helped me hone in on the college choices I had available. One of them being Belmont University, but also Middle Tennessee State University. And I knew what interests I wanted to pursue, but Miss Sams, my college counselor, really helped me hone in on my interests. And also when she was writing my recommendation letters for myself and all the other students, she was vouching so hard for us. And it was just so sweet of her to, really vouch for us like we were her own children. And that was just mind-blowing for me because it showed how much she cared for each individual student and she really wanted them to succeed in the future. And so I was able to see that Belmont University was the best choice for me, and she showed me my options and how I could really make my application shine the best.
Perfect. That's what I needed.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you.
Think
Yeah,
about it.
that's okay. And we'll do several takes. So,
Okay.
The easiest part is how I want you to start, which will be whenever Jeff says he's ready. is to say, and I'll use my name. My name is, and just, hi, my name is Becky Marsh, but you'll say your name. I graduated from Whitfield in 1983, and I currently attend Northwestern University.
Okay.
So, but you'll use your stuff now.
Perfect.
And I didn't graduate from Whitfield, but I did
Northwestern.
Northwestern. Yeah.
Max, can you give your ABCs so I can?
All right. A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
That's good.
Perfect.
How good is that? How good is that?
That was, thank you.
Wow, we're done here.
Little voice crack in that. We're
We're
good.
done here.
Dirk, you recording? Is this good? Good. Excuse me.
They said I get to do that one time today.
That's pretty awesome.
It's really awesome.
All right.
All right, so just relax, and whenever Jeff says go, then you'll look at me and just do that lead, and then we'll go from there. I love the crooked eyes. Looks good.
I gotta make sure we look okay.
You do.
Whenever you're ready.
Alrighty. So, hello, my name is Max Walter, and I graduated Whitfield in 2016, and I currently attend the University of Washington in Seattle. So, yeah,
Great.
I might
Let's
have to do that
one
again.
More time. Yeah, and just look at me.
Not at the camera.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
It's awkward.
Hi, I'm Max Walter, and I graduated Whitfield in 2016, and I currently attend the University of Washington in Seattle.
That's perfect. What I'd like for you to do now is just talk about what you're studying at University of Washington. How I'd like you to start the answer is, do you say University of Washington? Is that
UW.
UW.
Yeah.
So at UW, I'm studying, and then just talk about your field of study.
Okay. At UW, I am studying bioengineering, and I'm currently doing a minor in neural engineering and computational engineering. So, is there more I should do?
No,
I'm trying
but
to think.
don't let your answer tail off.
Yeah, I was
exactly what you
thinking.
said, and then just be strong all the way through.
Do people care about my minor?
Yeah,
All right.
because it's smarty pants, and then I'm going to ask a follow-up question that's going to connect your Whitfield experience to that.
All right,
So just
perfect.
do that same thing, but strong voice all the way through.
Perfect. All right, at the University of Washington, all right. At UW, I'm currently studying bioengineering with a minor in applied mathematics and neural and computational engineering.
Great. That's perfect.
Probably going to do that multiple times.
It
Once
was
or twice.
good. No, it was good. So, and I'm not sure how we're going to get there, but what I'm hoping is that your Whitfield academic preparation has helped you be successful in college.
Okay.
Is that true? I mean, can we
Yeah,
bridge that?
I can bridge it.
Okay.
I can make it happen.
So that's what I want. I want you to make that happen, and I'd like you to start your answer with my Whitfield coursework, or Whitfield prepared me for the academic rigor of college, something like that.
All right.
Start with Whitfield and then get me to college.
Okay. Start with Whitfield, get me to college. All right. So coming from a small school like Whitfield, it was a big jump coming to a really large public university up there in University of Washington. I think we have like about 40,000 students. And so I was kind of nervous, like, am I going to have the same kind of class interactions, those kind of things. And the first quarter was definitely big classes, but I could really zone in with sort of the Whitfield classes and how I did advisory and those things to kind of find myself, what I'm doing, and then from there project out into these larger groups. After that, getting into a department got a lot smaller, and I was able to work great with, had a lot of leadership in my classwork. I have about 70 students that I work with regularly, and I do feel like I connect with most of them, understand what they want, and can get my coursework done a lot better that way. Especially in engineering, I think that was a really big thing. A lot of students are kind of shy and not really wanting to work with others, but it's a big push now to get engineering to be more collaborative, where a lot of design work, a lot of teamwork, and I definitely learned that in advisory and my other courses that kind of just let me easily jump into that without having to go through these big barriers that a lot of other students I see have. So.
That's great. I want to circle back on something you talked about that we feel we do a good job of, and I hope that's true, is giving students here the opportunity to work collaboratively and how that's translating into college experience. So if you can think back, you don't have to think about a specific project, but maybe the project work I did at Whitfield, or the collaboration that I did in some of my classes at Whitfield has helped me be successful in college, something like that.
Clubs, classes, those
Yeah.
kind of things.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm trying to think. might be a good example that I did,
Yeah.
teamwork-wise.
If you want to use a specific example, I hesitate to use a specific
Yeah.
teacher's
Right.
name, but like an English class or history class or something like that.
I think history class probably, because we did a lot of group projects in
Yeah.
that one. All right. So I would say a lot of the history classes here, we did a lot of big group projects, presentations, big multimedia things as well, and that really helped me once I got into clubs and things like that, giving presentations, giving design work, even things where I'm going for scholarships. That was a really big thing that I was a lot more open for when I finally stepped in, because I did.
No,
I was
you're
going to
good.
like mention specific things, but.
That's okay.
So yeah, the history classes really provided a big platform to do group projects. So we did a lot of multimedia use, a lot of presentations, and that really translated well when I did clubs. I was giving a lot of presentations. I did a couple national clubs as well that I had to go out in front of a lot of people and give all these presentations. So I was really prepared for that after doing the projects here at Whitfield. So.
Great. And this is not for the video, but I'm going to ask this because it'll help me with my follow-up.
Yeah.
Did your coursework here, specifically in math and science, help prepare you for your college math and science work?
If I say the AP classes, would that be a Whitfield class?
yeah.
I mean, I know that's a big thing that they're trying to expand, but I don't
Yeah.
know if that's specifically Whitfield. Those
Yeah.
classes definitely helped out.
Because I want it to be truthful.
Right.
You know, I don't want you to say,
It was
Yeah.
the easiest thing ever after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because we can go in a different direction too.
A little bit.
Okay.
I think it wasn't, I mean, I learned most of the stuff, like intro classes are pretty much everything I learned here anyways.
Yeah.
So I guess it helped in that sense, but there was a lot of like nuance work that we didn't do at Whitfield,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
repetitive
Well, let's go in a
homeworks.
different
So
direction. What skills do you feel you've learned, that you learned at Whitfield, helped you to be successful so far in college? It could be something like being a
Communication.
leader. could
yeah,
be-
leadership, communication is the biggest one.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
def-
if you'll start your answer with, you know, at Whitfield I developed my leadership and communication skills, and then take me to college from that.
can I do that too, Stuco?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, okay, what was the starting again?
Yeah, so you can say,
Here at Whitfield
yeah,
or?
at Whitfield, my student council experience helped me grow as a leader and develop communication skills.
Perfect.
Something
All right.
like that. Just start with at Whitfield.
Right. At Whitfield, being in the student council for multiple years definitely helped me with my leadership. The presentation skills, communicating with faculty, working with my entire grade at the time, which seemed like a big group, definitely was a good jumping start for me. Now I work with much larger groups, communicating over email, communicating in person, presentations, those kind of things. Definitely something I learned here at Whitfield that really helped jumpstart that for the bigger, badder world out there. So,
That's great, Max.
all right.
Got it.
Perfect.
Okay. Cameras and lights. Whenever Jeff is ready. Are you going to do the thing?
Yeah, I'll do the thing. MJ, can you just do your ABCs for a second?
A, B, C, D, E.
Perfect.
He's so good. He's so good.
I just tried to set the audio level, so.
Yeah.
I'll leave that for 1 second.
How's the luncheon going out there?
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They promised I get to do that today. I'll believe it when I see it.
Whenever you're ready.
Hello, my name is MJ Wheeler. I am class of 2017, and now I attend University of Redlands.
Great. Let's do it one more time and say, hi, I'm MJ Wheeler. I graduated from Whitfield.
All right. Hello, my name is MJ Wheeler. I graduated from Whitfield School, class of 2017, and now I attend University of Redlands.
Great. So, what I want to do with these questions, MJ, is to hopefully connect your Whitfield experience with your college success. That's really what we're aiming for. And so when I ask you to answer some questions, what I hope you can do is start your answer with at Whitfield or my Whitfield experience, and then connect us to your college experience. Does that make sense?
All right.
Why don't we start first with what you're studying? So you don't have to start this with at Whitfield, but say at University of Redlands, I'm studying or my major is, something like that. But start with the name of your college.
At University of Redlands, I am majoring in accounting and minoring in French.
Great. So now what I want to do is connect what you studied at Whitfield with what you're studying in college. So are you minoring, and you don't need to answer it, just tell me yes or no. Are you minoring in French because of the experience you had here at Whitfield?
Yes.
Great. So then I would say, talk about, at Whitfield, my experience studying French, has led me to my major, my minor, or something like that.
Due to my French experience at Whitfield through Madame Terrasse, I gained a very good interest in French, and that has motivated me to have a minor in French. The experience that I had at Whitfield was a very good one, and I was in a very small class of 7 kids, so it made it easier to learn, which made it easier for me to understand. And once I actually got comfortable with French, I decided to go to college and not major in French, but minor in French, because I went to a business camp over the summer at University of Missouri, and I looked at all the aspects of business, and accounting caught my eye. So that's what made me major in that, but I also wanted to take the experiences I had at Whitfield from French and still incorporate that into my life.
Great. So I remember you here as a really positive role model and leader. I don't know if you see yourself that way here at Whitfield. But when I think about students who really were confident in all of their roles here, especially in theater, I think about you. What I hope you're willing and comfortable to talk about is how you grew here as a person, whether that's how you got to know yourself, how you took chances, took advantage of the small school environment to participate in theater. Does any of that resonate?
So Whitfield is a very family-oriented environment, and that helped me become comfortable with myself and be comfortable with trying new things, knowing that people wouldn't judge me for my actions. That actually propelled me when I went to college to actually start taking leadership roles. Next semester, me and my friends are starting an all-black fraternity at my school, which is the first one to happen at my school. And I think that Whitfield's support that they gave me while I was here boosted my confidence so that I know that I can do whatever I need to be done, and I know that I'll have someone that can support me. I think that it's very important that people realize how family-oriented Whitfield is. It's a small school, which makes sense that it will be family-oriented, but when you actually come here and experience all the teachers, all the people that you meet here, it's a very good experience, and I wouldn't trade that for the world. I started at City Academy, which was a small school, which was also family-oriented, and coming to Whitfield, who actually had a program with City Academy, I became very comfortable with the school, and I knew that this was the school for me. And through this school and through all of the community service and all the opportunities that they gave me here, I was able to actually receive a full ride for University of Redlands. So I would feel to thank for that.
That's great. That's perfect. A couple more things. Obviously you're a student athlete at the collegiate level. You were the same here. If you could talk about maybe the transition from being a student athlete at Whitfield to what that's like at college.
So being a student athlete at Whitfield was very easy to manage because Whitfield made sure that I was a student first, athlete second. And college is more different just because you have more free time. So you're not pressured to be a student athlete, but you have to make that decision on your own. And through Whitfield's ability to actually help me understand that it's a student athlete and not an athlete and a student, I was able to transition very smoothly, and it didn't affect my grades just like it didn't affect my grades here. I also did theater while I was here, so I had 3 things going on at once, which made me more aware of my time management skills, and I know I needed to have that for college. And experiencing that at Whitfield and then being me being comfortable and them actually supporting me in all my endeavors that I did at this school, I was able to basically shine at my current school now. And I have Whitfield to thank for that because they really helped me get to know myself and get to know my capabilities. Whitfield doesn't shy away from helping anyone. There's a no-cut policy, which is a great thing because not a lot of kids could become discouraged if they think that they're not good enough. Whitfield always makes sure and always ensures their students that they're good enough. So when I got to college, I made sure that I was good enough.
That's super. One last thing, and I just realized I've forgotten to do this with all the other students I've interviewed so far. Part of what we're going to do is use some of this footage at our annual auction, which happens in the spring. And we're hoping that we can put together many of our alumni who just say thank you. So if you could look at me and with your amazing smile, just say thank you, and then we'll be finished.
Thank you, Whitfield, for everything that you have done for me. Everything that I'm doing now is because of you and your support, and I love that you guys continue to support me, and I can't thank you guys enough.
Wow, that was big. Now just look at me and go, thank you.
Thank you.
One more time.
Thank you.
Great. Okay. Thank you, MJ.
No problem.
You want to do the ABCs first?
Yeah, I think I was listening to the talk a little bit.
Okay.
So can you actually just talk for a little bit or give me the ABC?
All right.
ABCs are great.
Though this is funny. So Julia in her surgery yesterday, she was trying to sing the ABCs after, and she was like A, B, C, D, H, but she was convinced that it was H. And my dad's like, "What about E, D?" And she was like, "No, it's H."
She was coming out of that anesthesia, huh? Kind of cuckoo. I love that. I'm going to do that. Yeah, the first thing I'm going to have you do is and again, the whole time you're going to look at me and you'll say, "Hi, my name is Sophia Chrysler. I graduated from Whitfield in 2018, and I currently attend, is it Tulsa University or
University of Tulsa.
Okay. So whenever you're ready,
Hi, my name is Sophia Chrysler. I graduated in 2018, and I currently attend the University of Tulsa.
great. Do that one more time, and then when you say, my name is Sophia Chrysler, I graduated from Whitfield in 2018.
Okay. My name is Sophia Chrysler. I graduated from Whitfield in 2018, and I now attend the University of Tulsa.
Perfect. So I don't know if your mom told you what we're doing today, but these are going to be short alumni videos that will be featured on our new website next fall. And what we're hoping is that you guys talk about how Whitfield has prepared you for college, whether that's academically, from a leadership standpoint, confidence, critical thinking, all of those things. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, and hopefully you'll be able to speak in a positive light about your Whitfield experience. I know you're killing it at college, and I would like to think that your coursework here helped prepare you for that. But so why don't we first talk about, I want you to talk about just what you're studying, what your major is if you've declared one, and start with, right now my major is, or at Tulsa I'm studying, and just give me a few sentences about what you're studying in college.
Currently, my major is mechanical engineering.
Great, okay, that's good. So let's talk about your academic preparation at Whitfield. So would it be true if you said something like, the coursework at Whitfield has helped me to be successful in college, and then talk about why? Is that something you would be comfortable saying or no?
No.
Did Whitfield prepare you for college?
In other aspects.
Okay, so then will you talk about that and lead with my Whitfield experience prepared me, or I want Whitfield in the beginning somewhere.
Okay. My Whitfield experience prepared me in a way to communicate with my professors that would set me up for success. So I wasn't afraid to talk to them when I had a question or wanted to go over material before an exam or any other reason.
That's great. I like that. What other good things would you talk about specific to your Whitfield experience? If a parent said to you, why should I choose Whitfield? How would you answer that?
Well, Whitfield has a great sense of community, and so when I leave that community, I don't actually leave it. I always get to come back to it, but it also helps to know that like they're supporting me in finding a new community, and I think that helped with the transition to college because while I still had my friends from Whitfield, I knew that Whitfield in general wanted me to succeed in college, and so that was really encouraging for me.
That's great. How much of the college counseling process impacted where you ended up going to school?
The college counseling process was really great because we had 2 college counselors for the grade, which was a really great experience one-on-one with my college counselor. And so she was awesome with helping me find the school. I had no idea where I wanted to attend when I was a senior at the beginning of the year, and I didn't even know where I wanted to attend in April. So it was a great process because I am extremely happy with my decision to attend the University of Tulsa now.
That's great. A couple more questions because you're nailing it. I'd like for you to talk about how Whitfield has prepared you to be successful in college. You touched on that a little bit, but I'm hoping you can elaborate on that a little bit more. Maybe with leadership opportunities. You talked about it specific to knowing how to talk with your teachers at college. Is there anything else that you feel you could connect in a positive way, your Whitfield experience with your college experience? And if you can't, you can't, and I'll go in another direction. Another direction?
Yeah.
So let's talk about a little bit more about college counseling. Lead with Whitfield's college counseling program helped get me to the University of Tulsa, or helped me find the school where I wanted to go. Talk about that a little bit more.
So Whitfield's college counseling program helped me find the University of Tulsa for many reasons. One, starting with I didn't even know it existed before I applied there or started looking at the school, but that went for all of the schools on my list. And it's crazy to think about how many universities are out there, but Whitfield does an amazing job of finding the one that's like just for you. So that you can't beat that.
Perfect. Great, Sophia. Thank you.
Sorry I couldn't be of more help.
You were. You back on. Thank you for reminding me and scratch the shit from the thing. So one of the things we're asking each alum to do is just look at me and just go, thank you. Because we're going to use those little clips during our auction. So if you're comfortable doing that, just look at me and go, thank you, but you're going to have to smile.
Thank you.
One more time.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, we got. They promised that they were going to let me do this. Okay. Okay, tell me when you're ready. Okay.
That's perfect. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I wasn't even recording.
Oh, shit. I mean, oh. Okay. Okay, ready?
Perfect.
God. Will you take a picture of me doing that?
Yeah.
Here. I'm serious.
Hey, get me on your Instagram.
Everybody, yeah.
I'll comment and like.
Okay.
Sort of. Let's get one for our Instagram too. So, feel like they're took a shot.
Okay. I mean, this is how amazing this is. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Even though it doesn't
Do
count.
you like it?
Okay.
Does that look okay? I got little lights and stuff.
Yeah,
like
and you
that.
hid my ass behind this, which is great.
I'm the opposite. I'm like, hey, can you get this angle? I've been doing squats.
No, you're perfect. I don't know if you just called me. Oh, wait. I forgot. Okay. All right. The first thing I want to get out of the way is the thing I've been forgetting is that we're asking each alum just to look at me and smile and say thank you.
Thank you.
A little bit louder.
Thank you.
Great. So now you're going to, do you want to go by Eddie or Ed in this video? Because you would say either, hi, I'm Eddie Hahn.
Eddie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'd like you to say, I'm Eddie Hahn. I graduated from Whitfield in 2018. Currently, I attend the University of Wyoming.
Hi, I'm Eddie Hahn. Oh, yeah, okay.
Graduated from Whitfield.
I stutter. That's cool. Hi, I'm Eddie Hahn. I graduated from Whitfield in 2018, and I now attend the University of Wyoming.
Great. All right. So what I want to talk about first is your transition from this small family you know, close-knit school to the college setting in a positive way. So, you know, what we're looking for is when people watch these videos, we want people to think, wow, that school prepared Eddie
Yeah.
to go to college and be successful. So just talk about that a little bit, the transition.
I was really scared going from a really small school and then going to a huge school in Wyoming. But the thing that Whitfield really teaches you is to surround yourself with positive energy and surround yourself with light and positivity and hope and faith and just understanding like who you are and where you are and how to understand who you are in a world where other people might not understand, you know, standing up alone in a crowd, things like that. Like that's what we did in our classrooms. That's what we did in seminars. And I went to school, and the first couple weeks, honestly, I kind of surrounded myself with people that didn't give me positive energy. And I was like, this isn't what I was taught. This isn't who I am. And I quickly made a change and surrounded myself with the kind of people that encourage me, you know, make me go hard in my workouts, or like, hey, let's go do our homework together in the library, or just positive energy and people who had shared like the same values and ideals as I did, and the values and ideals that I learned from Whitfield.
That's great. I know that you developed very strong connections with your teachers here, and I think that's something unique that Whitfield gives
Yeah.
to students and their families. Could you talk about how having those relationships with your teachers here has impacted you as a person now that you've left the community? So what I'm trying to get at is, you know, at Whitfield, being a small school, we're able to really get to
Yeah.
know our teachers, something like that.
It was weird going to Wyoming and not knowing my teachers as well, especially because here at Whitfield, I knew all my teachers. My teachers would come to my shows and my musicals outside of the school without even me asking. I would just talk about it in class, wouldn't ask, and they would show up. They'd come to my soccer games that were 2 hours away from the school. I mean, you develop these relationships where it's literally like family. I mean, I came back to school and I saw Madame Terrasse. I was like, hey, Mom, like, guess what I'm doing? Look at all these amazing things that I'm learning. I was like, you taught me this. You taught me how to stand up for who I am. And because she acts like a mom, you know, and she is a mom, and she's outstanding and she's amazing. And Dr. K, you know, he's always there to support you. I mean, I'm miles away and my teachers still reach out and they're like, hey, what are you performing in this semester? Or, hey, like, how's school going? Like, do you need help? Like, can I reach out to my connections in Wyoming to help you? And things like that. And it's like, that's crazy. You know, like I go 3 months without seeing someone and then I see them and all of a sudden it's like, oh, they're my mom again. You know, and they understand I can tell them anything, and they have connections, and they use those connections to help us and help us grow and help us make connections, and then we can help Whitfield again and give back and just share what Whitfield has done for all of us, which is really cool.
Perfect. Now I want to talk about academics specifically. So,
Yeah.
but I want you to talk about what's true.
Yeah.
So what I'd like for you to think about, whether it's our Whitfield seminar discussions or the writing program or presentation skills, something that you can say, at Whitfield, I gained experience in, and that's
Yeah.
helped me be successful in the college classroom. That's,
Yeah.
again, so connecting Whitfield to college.
So in Whitfield, I think the two biggest things I learned at Whitfield that I used every day in college is writing, like writing essays. And I took for granted how much we do them here. And I go to college and we do them all the time. And I know kids that are like, I don't know how to write an essay. And so I get to help them. You know, it's like, I get to share what I learned at Whitfield. And then a part of that is what Whitfield teaches you is self-presentation and how to present yourself in front of a board, in front of faculty, in front of peers in an educated way, backing yourself up with facts, backing yourself up with what's true, and being an academic. And like that's probably the biggest thing that's helped me, because there's multiple times I've given presentations in front of 300 students and I don't think twice about it. Because at Whitfield, you speak in front of 500 people at morning assembly, or you're giving a whole speech that you had to memorize your junior year. And so you just understand self-presentation, you understand how to dress yourself, how to present yourself in a way that you can get across your point, in a way that you gain attention and the positive sense and things like that.
Good. Talk about your leadership opportunities that you had here at Whitfield, whether that's through service, through theater, through sports, how you grew as a leader here and how that's translated to your leadership at the college level.
So at Whitfield, they just really teach you how to be a leader. Okay, I can't speak. That's cool though. They teach you how to be a leader, and it's really cool because a lot of places they don't. And I didn't know how to be a leader. I didn't know how to stand up for myself, stand up for people who don't have privilege, people who are in a way just not up to date with what society thinks that we have to be and what we need to be. And Whitfield taught me how to like just stand up for people and how to be a leader and how to just do the things that other people don't think about and do it without thinking about it, and it becomes habit. So like my sophomore year being here, I got to invite world pediatric kids who have never seen a high school in their life because they don't have the chance to. And they got to come here and see a high school and see our theater program and see that even though we didn't speak the same language as them, we could connect through them through musical theater. I think that's crazy cool because that's what the world needs to understand is we're not all the same color, we're not all the same person, we're not all speaking the same language, but we're all human, and like that's the thing. And that's really connected with me through college because now in college I'm starting a nonprofit for helping kids of varying abilities in Wyoming because there's not one. And the one that they have, they really underestimate the kids of varying abilities, like thinking, oh, they have spina bifida, they can't go to dance class. It's like, no, yeah, they can. They're human, you're human. I was like, I know plenty of people that aren't in wheelchairs that can't hold a beat, you know? And it's like, it's just understanding, it's standing up for those people who can't stand up for themselves. And that's something in this world that we need more of.
Great. Last question. You obviously were an integral part of our theater program, and you are pursuing that as a passion. Did your experience here at Whitfield really solidify that as a passion for you? Did it ignite the passion? And if that's not true, we don't have to go down that road, but if you could, again, talk about your Whitfield experience in theater and then connect it to what you're doing now.
Doing theater at Whitfield my freshman and sophomore, actually starting my 8th grade year, I came in and I auditioned for the middle school play and I didn't get in. And I was like, okay, kind of, really hurt, really upset. So I asked Miss Allen, I was like, can I audition for the high school play? And she's like, well, you're not a high school. And I was like, no, but I know that I can do it. And I auditioned and I got in as an 8th grader, and she believed in me. And she's believed in me since then. She still follows my career. And she always told me that I could do whatever I want. And I told her, I was like, I want to audition for the Muni. And she's like, well, that's going to be hard. And I was like, yeah, you prepared me. I was like, you prepared me. And I auditioned for the Muni and got in. And I remember when I told her, and she had tears in her eyes because she was so proud because, she made me who I was. She gave me the confidence, the skills, and how to present myself and how to be just confident with yourself is hard in the society we live in. And she really taught me how to do that. And then that just transmitted into college. Being a freshman, I auditioned for senior shows, and I don't even think about it because I'm like, if I don't get in, you keep trying, and it's like if someone cuts you from an audition, you just keep going and you keep trying. And then that's led, and now I have an audition next summer for a company in New York, an all-male ballet company. And that's like, if Miss Allen wouldn't have taught me that, yeah, if someone tells you you can't do it, like, no, get up and do it. They tell you can't dance, show them you can dance. And it's like, if knowing that, like when I make it in New York, it's to Miss Allen. She did that. She gave me the confidence, she gave me the will, she gave me the faith. And that's owed to Whitfield and Miss Allen.
Awesome. All right.
You get the thanks, right?
Yes, we did the thanks at the start.
Perfect.
Yeah, I know, because I've been screwing that up. And have you, to the best of your ability, start your answers with things like, at Whitfield,
Okay.
I really learned a lot about blah, blah, blah. And
Okay.
that's really helped me kill it at college or something.
Okay.
I know I love this.
Excuse
How
me.
cool is that?
Yeah.
I got to do it.
Oh.
It was really fun. The first thing I'm going to have you do is just do this, but use your contact info. So, hi, I'm Becky Marsh. I graduated from Whitfield in 1983, and I currently attend Northwestern University, which would be hilarious if that was all true, because, wow, I would have been there a long time. So you just do hi, your name,
Sure.
graduation, and then where you go.
Hey. Hi, I'm Lily Crandall. I graduated Whitfield in 2016, and now I'm a junior at Vanderbilt University.
Perfect. So one of the things I want to hopefully have you talk about, Lily, is how your academic preparation at Whitfield has helped you be successful in college. Is that true? Because I don't want you to talk about something
Yeah.
that's not true. So if you want to just start your answer with, my coursework at Whitfield,
Sure.
or
Sure. At Whitfield, I think they really prepared us for the very creative aspect of writing. I thought all of my humanities classes in college went really smoothly because I really knew how to craft an argument, kind of add in a creative aspect, create opinions, and really kind of have it all come together really well. I think it also really helped me a lot with my public speaking, I think. There were so many opportunities we had, whether we're giving announcements at assembly or we have different debates and speeches in classes. I think that's something that I've really excelled in all of my courses, whether it's asking a question even in our 200-person chem class. I'm not really scared of crowds anymore, and I think that's probably one of my best gifts Whitfield has given me, is my ability to kind of feel comfortable in front of a lot of people, I guess.
awesome. That's a great answer.
Can you slow down just a little bit?
Sorry, I talk so fast.
I know it's hard to do.
Sorry, there's so many lights.
You really distinguished yourself while you were here as a student leader, and I'm guessing that you've continued pursuing leadership opportunities at Vanderbilt. If you could connect the two, whether
Sure.
learning to be a leader at Whitfield and how that's translated into your experience at Vanderbilt.
So I think what I really loved about being a leader is being able to help others. Right now I'm in a Panhellenic sorority and I'm a VP of academics, and so I really love being able to work with all the women and help them be the best that they can be. I also started a wildlife conservation club at Vanderbilt, so I'm currently the president of that. It's in our second year, and we do a lot of fundraising, documentary screenings, a lot of awareness, and it's really great to kind of combine another one of my passions at Vanderbilt and kind of start something new there that I hope will continue on after I graduate as well.
That's great. Now what I'd like you to talk about, one thing that we feel like we do well here, is since we're a small school, students have the opportunity to develop powerful connections with teachers and coaches here, which I think you alluded to has helped you then be able to ask questions in a big lecture or approach college professors. So if you could talk about building, partnerships with your teachers here at Whitfield and how that looks at college, something like that.
Sure. I think that was honestly one of the biggest transitions to college, is that you don't get those amazing close connections. Even coming back for our alumni brunch today, you're meeting all the teachers and they're so excited in your lives. They remember where you went to school, what you're majoring in. There's so much closeness that you have here, and that's definitely not as abundant as college because our classes are so much bigger. But a lot of my business classes right now, they're much smaller. Sometimes I have a class with maybe 9, and where a lot of my peers are really uncomfortable with that, I actually thrive in that environment because it's what I'm used to at Whitfield. But it allows me, whenever I go into office hours, I feel so much more at ease. I'm not really scared to go in. Even for my big biochem classes, there's 200 people in the class and everyone's so scared to talk to them during office hours because, the big scary professor, but I feel very comfortable doing that because I know that, all of my professors, all of my teachers are people too. They really care about us and they're interested in us, and I think that gave me a really great foundation at Whitfield to kind of carry that into college as well.
The last question I'm going to ask, if a parent was here for an interview and asked you, why should I choose Whitfield for my daughter? I'd like you to answer that, and I'd like you to start your answer with, I think families should choose Whitfield, and then answer that for me.
Sure. I think families should choose Whitfield because it gives you a really well-rounded experience. You graduate not only being prepared for college and academics, but being prepared for the world as a person. You're a well-rounded citizen. You know how to interact with other people, other cultures, professors, students, all of the above. You really feel prepared for all aspects of life, and I think that's something that is really unique to Whitfield.
That's awesome. Last thing I want you to do before we pull your mic is we're going to use snippets of some of this in a video that's going to be shown at our auction in the spring that your parents love to participate in. And we're asking people just to look at me and just smile and say, thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
And then one more.
Thank you.
Perfect. Julie, you're up next.
Excuse me.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's fun.
I know, I got to do it when Eddie Hahn was in here.
past.
So again, Julie, the first thing you'll do is,
Oh, actually, can you put your hair behind the
Yeah.
mic so I just
Oh.
want to hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect. Thank you.
okay.
that's great.
Thank you so much.
So the first thing you'll do is just, hi, my name is Julia, and then do the rest of that. So Jeff, you tell us.
We're ready to go?
Hi, my name is Julia Unix. I graduated Whitfield in 2016, and I currently attend Kenyon College.
Perfect. Now let's get that thank you out of the way. So you'll just look at me and smile and say thank you, and then do it again.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay, so as you heard Lily talk about, again, what we hope we're going to be able to do is connect your Whitfield experience in a positive way with your college experience. But let's start out with, if you want to talk about just a little bit about what you're studying, if you've declared a major, so just, say the name of your college and then I'm studying, and tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
All right. So I attend Kenyon College, and I'm currently studying biology with a concentration in environmental studies and a minor in statistics. Yeah.
That's a pretty tough course load. You both. This is a question that will help me with the follow-up question. Did your Whitfield academic experience help you choose that major, or was it something that you were just committed to regardless of the coursework you did here? So if that's true, then I'd like you to say, the science coursework I study at Whitfield helped me choose my major, something like that.
Well, at Whitfield, I took 3 years of biology, so that really exposed me to a lot of different topics relating to biology, and I went into college knowing that I'd study biology. But also with statistics, I moved into AP Calculus my senior year, so I was a level below that, but Whitfield allowed me to take the course over the summer so I could take AP at Whitfield, and I think that really brought out my love for math, something that I didn't really know about till my senior year, where I was able to take a difficult course that actually, challenged me to reach my full potential in mathematics. So I came to Kenyon wanting to take more math. So.
That's perfect. Did Whitfield's college counseling process help you get to Kenyon, or was that already on your radar? Because one thing I think a lot of families talk about is how positive the college counseling experience is here. I don't know if that was true for you, but if it was, and you want to talk about, Whitfield's college counseling process helped me get to the school that's a great fit for me, or something along those lines.
Well, I actually wasn't aware of Kenyon till I was recommended to read I don't remember the name of the book, but I found Kenyon in there, and I was looking at schools in Ohio and also in Pennsylvania, and Kenyon was the last school that I actually looked at because my college counselor, who was Miss Ringy, was like, oh, you should go look at it. So I did, and I ended up really liking it. So I think it was just that extra push to get me to actually go look at a school that was a bit more well-known than the other schools I was looking at, so I was kind of intimidated by it, but again, just having someone be like, hey, you should just go look at it, you never know. So that's how that happened.
So could you, and the reason I'm going to ask you to restate that is because Mrs. Ringy is now the director of the upper school, she's not in college counseling, I'd like you to answer that again and say, my college counselor encouraged me, something like that.
Yeah, okay. My college counselor actually told me to go visit Kenyon College. It wasn't on my radar at the time, but she was having me look at other schools in Ohio and Pennsylvania, and she was kind of like, hey, you should go check out Kenyon, and I did, and I fell in love with it.
Great. You heard me ask Lily about the connections that our students have with their teachers here, and I'm wondering if you could talk about that, if that was the case for you, and how that's impacted you in college. Maybe starting your answer with Whitfield's a small school, so we have the opportunity to really get to know our teachers, something like that.
Because Whitfield's such a small school, we were able to really connect with our teachers and our coaches in the athletic program. Some of my favorite moments were getting to talk with teachers, not about schoolwork, but kind of about our personal lives and how they could help me with moving on and looking forward in my further career. So it was really nice to have such a supportive environment. And that prepared me well for school because Kenyon College is a small college, and I've been able to also have positive relationships with my professors. I'm good friends with my ecology professor. I go over to his house for dinners. I get to go out in the field and work with him. And because Whitfield taught me how to have a respectable professional relationship with teachers, but also balance that with, more of a personal relationship, I was able to foster that in college and not be afraid to go talk to the adults. So that's been really nice. I've been able to meet people who aren't just students, people who are, more grown up and actually, went to graduate programs and stuff.
Great. That's great. Last question, and this is, you heard Lily answer this too. So I'm a mom. I have my, kid here on an interview. What would you say to me about why I should choose Whitfield? And I'd like you to start your answer with, I think families should choose Whitfield, and then answer.
Let me think on that.
Absolutely. And it can be about the school size, it
Yeah.
can be about the community.
I think families should choose Whitfield because Whitfield fosters a very positive and loving community that'll continue to support you throughout your time at Whitfield, but also past your time at Whitfield. It's a very welcoming environment, and it creates such a positive and lovely environment where you're not afraid to mess up, and you're free to do whatever interests you. And there's so many people that'll help guide you in the direction that you'd like to go. And then also, you really become such a well-rounded student. You're not just taking certain types of courses. You can also take art and music and kind of explore and have fun with it because, high school is not forever. So it's nice to have freedom with those 4 years.
Perfect. Thanks, Julia. Also, great job. Think first.
You going there? Okay.
Hi, my name is Trinity Hodges.
Not quite.
Oh,
Yeah, wait till he gets back here and hook up.
sorry.
No, I know, you're just ready, which is
You mean
great.
look at the camera or look at you? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, look at me the whole time.
And whenever you're ready.
Hi, my name is Trinity Hodges. I graduated Whitfield in 2018, and I currently attend Rockhurst University.
Perfect. Even though you have a Denver, it's Denver, Colorado, not Denver University.
Yeah.
The next thing I'm going to have you do is super easy. Part of these videos we're going to use at our annual auction in the spring, and we're hoping that each alum will just look into the camera and say thank you, because we're going to have like a thank you reel. So if you'll just look at me and smile and say thank you a couple of times.
Thank you. Thank you.
Perfect. All right, now we'll get to the questions.
Okay.
So what I want to talk about first, or have you talk about first, is what you're studying in college. So if you want to start your answer with the name of your school and then talk about what you're studying, whether it's a major or a program or just in general.
At Rockhurst, I'm studying data analysis and French. I'm double majoring in order to get a full understanding of worldviews and the French culture, and just learning how to do business and just mathematics. It's kind of what data analysis is and kind of how I'm going through curriculum there, essentially, yeah.
Great, that's perfect. Now I want to talk about your academic experience specifically here at Whitfield. This isn't going to be part of your answer, but tell me, what was one of your favorite classes here?
I'd say my senior year history class.
Okay.
It was very specific. It was human rights and genocide, and it was very pointed and very specific part of history, and it really gave me a nice worldview and understanding of different world events and even events that aren't typically taught in high school and that most people probably wouldn't have known about. And I think that was a really good class for me, and it allowed me to really get in deep with a specific genocide that we did a whole project on, which I really enjoyed. It was a hard project because it's a very dark subject, but it still like resonated with me, you know.
Okay, good. So what I want you to talk about then is start your answer with, at Whitfield, my senior history project was really powerful for me, and then talk about why. But start your answer with, at Whitfield, my senior history project. It's basically everything you said, but I want you to start your answer with, at Whitfield.
At Whitfield, my senior history project really resonated with me because it was on a specific genocide, and it really had me go into the mind of the people that were affected and those who like brought out the genocide in the first place. And it was a very hard subject, but it really allowed me to have a better understanding and better worldview when I went to college.
Great, perfect. So now let's talk about, I remember you here as an enthusiastic student, and you were able to be a leader in different ways in our community. If it's true, I'd like for you to talk about how the leadership skills you built here have helped you to continue to be a leader in your college community. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay.
At Whitfield, I was a leader in a few aspects. Most importantly, mine was the yearbook, my senior year, where I had to make a bunch of spreads and also figure out who was going to do what and divvy it out so that everyone had a job to do and everyone knew what they were going to be doing. And that really helped me when I went to college because I've been able to join a bunch of clubs and I've been able to see different types of leaders and how I can change and do better as a leader myself so that when I get the opportunity to get a position of power, I will be able to do my best at it.
That's great. The last thing I want you to answer, Trinity, is so pretend like I'm a mom out on an admission tour here at Whitfield, and I'm, how you remember being pulled out of class and talking to prospective families. I'd like you to start your answer with, I think families should choose Whitfield, and then answer that. So tell me why I should choose Whitfield, but start your answer with, I think families should choose Whitfield.
I think families should choose Whitfield because it's a very good place in general. The teachers are very accommodating and very helpful, and as a person going to a small college, I still have that, and I wasn't able to fully appreciate what I had in high school as I do now because I got lucky enough to have the same type of teachers, same type of love and like helpfulness from the people around me that whenever I need it, I can still go to someone, and I still have the opportunity to reach out to my high school teachers and like ask them advice, and they're very willing to help still, even if I'm not one of their students anymore. And so I think families should choose Whitfield because it's a very helpful place and very, I guess, accommodating.
That's great. All right, thank you. I told you that would be easy.